How's it going?
Hey, I'm Art Crandall.
I'm Art Crandall.
This must be?
It must be Cooking with the
Crandalls.
Anyway, today, well, actually on our last episode, we did some paprika potatoes, some cognac steak. You say patata. Patata. You know, whatever. And you made a nice Asian sensation salad.
I did.
And
very healthy.
Today we're going to beef it up a little bit. And I mean that literally. We're going to have some Mexican food.
Mexican food. Ole, ole.
Ole. Anyway, what we got today, what is this? Just leftover stuff too?
Well,
Mexican stuff.
yeah, one or two things left over, that's all. We have some steak. Not that we eat steak all the time, but obviously we don't eat it a lot, and we try to have that portion.
We do enjoy steak like our wine, you know?
That's right.
It's always fun.
That's right. So what we'll do is I had some leftovers, but what we're going to do is we're going to infuse the show with Mexican cooking. How easy it's going to be, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Take your leftovers, except for your good piece of chicken breast.
Yeah, that's, of course, you got to have the good piece of meat.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is to make a Mexican salad type of thing, like a taco salad type of thing. Put a nice piece of chicken on it, so that's healthy. And then have some steak tacos. Or steak burritos.
All right.
I always forget which ones you call those things you wrap up. You know, is it a burrito or an enchilada?
It's a burrito.
Burrito.
It's a burrito, yeah. Or an enchilada, you know, it just depends on what you put in it. It really does.
Really?
Yeah. Put some rice in it, you know, whatever.
Oh, yeah, and, we didn't bring any rice today.
No, we forgot the rice.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
That's all right.
But what I'm going to do is because, well, I'm actually going to help with that salad, but I'm also going to make a homemade salsa. Now this one actually goes out to my buddy there in the Bow Sox who likes his salsa with mango in it. I got, you know, inspired and I wanted to make my own salsa today.
Oh, good, good, good.
I believe his name is Big Poppy.
Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. And also I will make
this way, right?
Yeah, 7-layer dip.
7-layer dip. Before we get started, or let's get started, if you will, could you just like cut the chicken so I can throw it in the grill?
Absolutely.
In the frying pan. And what I've done is I've had some refried beans, some beans, and I've just got that. And what I'm going to do is just gonna warm them up. That's all. You don't do anything fancy with them. You just warm them up. So I'm just going to take them out of the container and throw them on. And warm them up.
Warm them up.
Warm up the beans.
Absolutely.
Now, don't forget to have a nice social dinner engagement after you're having beans.
Absolutely. Just make sure you bring the air freshener. Now, the difference between Mexican cuts and Asian cuts, because that's what we did last episode, is usually, you know, because of the wok, the Asians use very thin cuts of meat.
Very Asians do.
Asians. Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
if you're making Asian food.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
And they put it in there so it cooks very quickly. Because there's a big surface area of the wok, and with little pieces, there's a huge surface area for all the meat in there too, as well, combined. Okay. Now, you're cutting up the steak that you cooked yesterday.
Yep.
Right?
What I'm doing now is I like to trim it. I really like to throw the fat away and really just keep it very lean. So what I'm doing there is trying to keep it lean.
Mm-hmm.
And what this is going to be used for is to get the tacos and throw some meat on there and like a little bit of the sour cream and some salsa and things like that. So that salsa dip that you're making or salsa stuff that you're making, should be good.
Now, a salsa is, do you know what the difference between a salsa, coulis, puree, whatever, all that is.
No, I know a salsa is one of these.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's a dance as well, but isn't that funny?
Yeah, salsa dance.
Dance and
we don't have a ketchup
item.
dance or anything.
No, I don't think so. We have the dance of the Caucasians, though. You know that dance?
No.
Yeah, it's just the one step to the other. It's the
Silly.
Caucasian dance.
Silly.
But anyway, the coulis, if it is, it's spelled Coulis. And what it basically is, it's more of a fruit and vegetable puree, where the salsa is, usually tomatoes, peppers, onions, minced garlic, and a little bit of oil in it. That's usually what your average salsa.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So
they throw the oil in for what? What reason?
There's actually sugar too, like a teaspoon of sugar sometimes.
Is that right?
Just to sweeten it up, and the oil is for texture, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what does the oil give it for different texture?
Different texture? Well, the oil is, everything in it is so chunky.
Yeah.
That the tomatoes in there, the sauce mixes in, and you get that nice liquid during the canning process of salsa. When you have that liquid left at the bottom that people usually love to dip it in.
Yeah.
That stuff right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But anyway, you have some beef there.
I do.
You got some
Just
chicken
cutting it
coming up
just
right
a little
now.
bit of beef. No, we have some seasoning, taco seasoning, right?
Yes, we do. We can put a little bit on there, can't we?
We could. Tacos in Italian, in Mexican, it's all up to your individual taste. Some people like it really spicy. Other people don't like it that spicy. I don't like it that spicy, but you do like it.
Absolutely. I'm trying to design my new hot sauce, actually.
Really?
Yep. So look for it after this summer. It's going to be cooking with the Crandalls hot sauce.
Really?
Absolutely.
In our refrigerator at home.
Absolutely. Yeah, maybe the Sherburne Fair. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So
should be cool.
So we'll have that to use for future episodes.
Alrighty.
Because I know I want to have a spicy episode too.
All right. So you can throw that stuff right in here.
All right. There you go. You want the rest of this?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, just for the sake of cleanliness, I'm going to put that in there.
Okay.
There you go. And
beautiful. And now we should probably both wash our hands, right?
Absolutely, because of the salmonella.
All right. So we'll be right back.
Come on! Let's go! Move it! Move it! Get those legs moving! Come on, we got a record to keep here! Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes! All right, good job. Walk it off. Walk it off.
Your local library has all the information you need, and some you don't.
Good job, buddy. You look good out there. How do you feel? You look good. All right, so we're back from washing our hands.
That's right. You got to wash your hands, right?
Always after handling chicken, you don't want that salmonella.
No. And you wash the cutting board too.
And I washed the
We
cutting
washed
board
it
as
with
well.
soap and very warm hot water.
That's right.
Okay.
Warm water, not cold.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
All right. So anyway, what we have going on right here?
Why don't you take over and I got the meat cooking here, and I got the chicken cooking here. So I'll take care of this.
All right, you take care of that.
Yep.
And what I'm going to do is just split that pepper in half. Of course, we're going to clear it out like we did. And just get all the seeds out there. I'm going for a nice dice this time. Always rough chopping. This isn't for any kind of special event. If it is, make sure you take your time and make good cuts of that pepper. But, of course, we're just talking about making home meals here.
That's right.
Easy. Maybe kids making meals for your parents. as you
Especially,
said.
that's right. That's the easy part about this show. Nice and easy. Nothing is really difficult here. As you can tell, we have the beans
Beans.
cooking. And So now I'm just going to kind of observe a little bit, waiting for you.
You will.
I can help you out. Now I noticed what you're doing right now.
This is actually, I'm just taking that part because you'll notice the top of the pepper. Yeah. I didn't do this for the last show because it was just, rough chop anyway. Yeah. And this is a rough chop too, don't get me wrong. But this time, I took the tops off because you can see how different it is. And if I flatten that, this is so much easier to cut into dice than having it at the end of it. And of course, pressing it down.
Okay.
All right, so anyway. That's
just whatever easier for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to sprinkle some of this taco seasoning on here.
Now I'm making a bigger actually, straight cuts because we're not making the...
local taco place there for the seasoning. You can have your own seasoning.
Absolutely.
I can see Dan Wolf out there saying, "Hey Dan, what's wrong with using your own seasoning?"
Yeah, what's
like
wrong
Dan,
with
I know, but this is just kind of we're cheating here. We're using it nice and simple, easy things you can do.
Things you can do,
That's
pick
right.
it up from the grocery store. You may as well. Now I'm going to cut all the pepper now, so that I have some for the layer dip that we're going to do, and just cutting it into straight cuts. These are not julienne, which is 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch by a 2.5 to 3 inches. Just nice long cuts.
Now, julienne wasn't from Julia Child.
Oh no, no. We can pretend that.
You could pretend.
We can pretend.
I've cut my finger. Okay.
Now, are you going to add any spices to that chicken while you're
I just did. I did a little bit.
A little bit of spice.
Yep.
Makes everything nice.
Yep, a little spice. And what I did was we took some tacos, chips, basically, and crunched them up. Or, the real truth of this is I took the chips from the bottom of the bag.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Have a use for them.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. But we have that, and just cutting these up.
It's vibrant color, isn't it? When you do it like that, it's just like, it brings a color.
It does. And it's all about food presentation, too. Everything. You go into a restaurant, and you know what? The peppers, they're supposed to be green bell peppers, and they look yellowish, or something. And it screws
or a dull
up the
green,
entire...
yeah.
And it just screws up the entire plate presentation, the whole color contrast on your plate. And we're not going for that today.
No, we're not, actually.
We're not.
Okay.
Trying to use every bit of this pepper.
Alrighty. So you know what? I'm going to just come over here. There's a couple different things that we can do. What's really kind of cool is you can get some of these packets that come with the the burrito stuff or the taco, whatever you call these. And then the other stuff, believe it or not, you could make a pita bread and just put the meat in there and
like
put
a
some...
pocket.
Yeah, basically like a pocket. And that's low fat, low calorie. Okay.
And next we're going to take the onion. Now, if you leave the end of it on, it's actually easier to cut. And we caught these onions at a perfect time because they look like they almost went bad.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's a perfect time? Perfect time for not wrecking it, right?
Perfect time for not,
throwing them away.
Losing some food.
Yep.
And we're going to peel the other one there.
Okay.
And what we're doing is just making all those little, see, look at that.
Yep. And we'll just cut that out, right?
Cut that part out. Absolutely. Who says we can't use it?
Absolutely. And you know what I was just remembering is when one of the last episodes I said Cam doesn't like the angel hair pasta.
I remember that.
Oh, I get home. I like angel hair pasta. Sorry, Cam. I know. So the viewers know that Cam likes angel hair pasta.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Now look what you're doing. Can I just take a second? What Art has done is he's got the onion intact. It's intact, but what he's done is, what do you call, just like made cuts, right?
I've cut it, but I've made it so that the end is intact, so that as we get closer to it, I don't lose all the onion, because if you actually keep the end, take it off, everything will fall apart and you won't get an even dice.
Very interesting.
And
very good.
It just doesn't look that good. So, just going to take making pretty big cuts to the onion. And see, this is where it comes in handy, right here. This is when it starts getting smaller, like this. You can actually grab it by the end. So, and you keep doing the knuckle thing. Nope.
Yep. Can you see that, Brad? Mike?
Keep doing it. Look at that. That's all you're wasting right there.
That's not bad at all. It's a lot less than what I would have wasted.
Still use it right there.
Yep.
Yeah? All that's usable. Keeping food costs down right there.
That's right.
That's what we're trying to do. And
I remember Grant Piscolio used to take some really old cheese that was kind of moldy or something, and I'd say, "Oh my God, Grant, big block of cheese," and I say, "You throwing that away?" And he goes, "No, why should I throw it away?" Cuts off the moldy part, and it's like, "Here you go, it's good cheese," and it was good cheese. But I guess that's just growing up. You got to grow up and realize you don't want to waste food, and you don't have to waste food.
You don't have to, not at all.
So, kind of interesting.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, so I have some just regular old sour cream here. And after that, are you going to cut the, what are you doing now? You want me to cut the lettuce?
Do you want to cut the lettuce for
Yeah,
that?
we can cut the lettuce.
You can actually peel it apart. It doesn't really need to be cut.
For the...
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a little bit of shredded lettuce.
Yep.
For the, for service with our tacos. As I get this over here. Now you can do everything. You can saute the onions if you want for service. You can saute the peppers. It's really up to you, isn't it?
Yes. It's really up. What I've done now is I've just combined the meat and the chicken into one. So I'll just leave that a little bit warming there. And what I can do now is actually just take this and throw it right on here to warm it up, just to take the edge out, just to warm it up, and then we'll make it and put it on a plate and then roll it up and make it really delicious.
There you go.
Okay.
And what I'm doing again is taking out the seeds. And we could actually slice a couple of tomatoes, leave the seeds in, because those are actually really good on tacos, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. Could you pass the lettuce when you have a chance?
Absolutely. There you are.
Thank you.
Found in your local grocery store.
That's right. Now I've washed it. I've taken liberties to wash it. And I'm just going to tear it up here. Nothing fancy. I don't need to. You can actually shred it if you want to. Dice it and, make julienne lettuce, I suppose.
Yeah, julienne strips of lettuce, for presentation with a nice restaurant, nice Mexican restaurant. They'll do that with the strips and try to make it as good a presentation as they can.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
Now I've already taken it, so I'm going to chop off the end and try to, waste as
little as possible
as I can.
Okay.
The least.
The least.
Yep. And following through, I think I'm going to make a couple of these.
This is good. You can see Brad over there at the camera, mouth watering.
Brad, is your mouth watering? That's funny.
Yep.
All right, so.
Alrighty, so.
Just chopping the heck out of this thing.
Okay.
Putting it aside.
Okay.
Now, the vibrant colors already, you can see.
Yep.
The red, the green, and the white. It's a very big contrast.
It's delicious, huh?
It is a delicious contrast.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit of lettuce on the bottom.
Okay.
Can I take a little bit of
Absolutely.
right from you? Throw some tomatoes on here. Throw a little bit of cheese. A little bit of onion. And I think I'm going to make this a little bit of bean in here.
Okay.
Kind of coat the side.
Yep. Actually, what we want to do is, what I'm doing is sizing it up to see which is the best way to cut this tomato.
Okay.
All right.
Then I think I'm going to have a little steak with this one. And you know, the interesting thing is, if you ever go to a really good, authentic Mexican place, they don't put tons of meat on it, you know?
They put a lot of vegetables.
Yep, yep.
Well, have you ever been to a tapas bar?
Yes.
Tons of vegetables there.
That's done. Look at that puppy. I'm going to throw that right there.
There you go.
Low fat. I didn't put a lot of cheese on there. And, you know, you can actually, for taste, if you wanted to, I'm going to grab one of these, excuse me.
Okay.
You can throw like this and throw a little bit of this on here. And I'm going to throw your sauce on there. Your little salsa.
Yep.
Okay. Can drizzle that on there.
A little drizzle there.
Okay.
I'm going to start mixing this up.
Alrighty.
Right there.
So I've got this one ready.
I
All
see
ready
you've
for you.
stolen my dish for my dip.
Yep. We can.
We can clear that up somewhere. Somehow.
yeah.
Sure. Why not? Get
There you
all
go.
that stuff out of there. Now, would you do me a favor and put some beans at the bottom of that?
Some what, Brad? Some beans.
Some beans. And put the onion in. The last part of this.
How's that? All right, good. Couple scoops of beans.
Well, we got to spread that out, make it an even layer for the bottom. There we go. And we're going to mince this garlic up very fine. Very finely minced garlic.
Okay, so do we want a good layer of beans on here?
We want a good hearty layer. I mean, when I'm dipping my tortilla chip in there,
Yeah.
I want a good amount of topping on that.
You're a man who likes his good dipping, huh?
I'm a guy who likes his sauce, you know?
Now, this could be during a nice football game or just a... You know what? You know what goes great at just a social get-together or a party?
What's that?
Guess.
Beer? Is it? Well, that's, you know, at every social party.
Yeah.
It's usually a big hit.
Yeah. I suppose. But I was just thinking tacos and appetizers and, you know, stuff like that. It goes really, people can dip it or people can even make their own. It's a social
Toss
gathering.
it around,
yeah,
yeah.
you know? How's that? Good?
Yeah, that's good. Hearty layer. That. And I'm just going to mince these up really fine.
Right.
Layer that bad boy up with sour cream.
There you go.
Now, no matter what, the garlic is always going to stick to your knife. Just try and work with it as you're finely mincing it.
Alrighty. Now, one of the things you could do is for presentation, you could put a toothpick through here. Whoops, I'll drop the taco thing. You could put a toothpick in here, or people fold them up like an envelope. But I've way overstuffed this, but that's not...
Well, that's a hearty stuffing.
That's right, that's right. So we'll just put that there.
That's a good serving size
Yep.
right there.
So that's a chicken one. I got a beef pita. I got a chicken burrito thing.
Yep.
And you've got that.
And basically with the garlic,
Yep.
why I'm chopping it up this finely
Yep.
is because if you're eating salsa, do you want a big helping of garlic in the middle of it? I mean, if that's
No.
your thing, then yes, you do. But usually people like to taste, you know, the peppers, the onions, the tomatoes all together. They don't want that strong taste of garlic
That's right.
sticking out no
That's
matter
right.
what.
Citrus is a big thing in the Mexican cooking. You could throw a little bit of lime juice on it, and that's pretty good too.
It is. For from all the...
Throw some of these in here.
Absolutely. Get some
Okay.
of that stuff in there. Just mix that up. I did wash my hands, you remember.
Yeah, I saw that. That's right.
So we don't have that to worry about. A little bit more onion. And if you have one of those, hand blenders at home, just chop the vegetables up. You can put them in whole,
Yep.
and it will chop it up for you.
Yeah.
You can always do that. And just got the salsa here. Okay, so I'm going to finish up this layer dip really quick. It comes with thick and chunky salsa as one of the ingredients, and one of the things that I've made here just happens to be some chunky salsa. So that's beautiful right there. So I'm going to take a little bit of the salsa that I made and throw it into the layer dip. Just a little bit here. And actually going to go with the cheese on top, so I'm going to need some lettuce.
Cheese on top.
As you move the entire
I'm sorry. As I wrecked this.
as you move it.
Bless you, bro.
Ah,
All right, I'm going to put that right here. How's that look, Mike? Good? Okay.
Good to go?
Good to go.
Good to go?
All right.
Let's see the sour cream next. Always have a towel nearby.
Right there.
Uh-huh. And we're going to put some sour cream on top.
Okay.
And you can spread that out.
This looks almost good enough to eat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Now we have the regular taco chips we can put in for that, right? And you just use it as a dip.
Oh, absolutely.
This one you can put on your plate. You can do whatever you want with the dip here or just eat it.
And there we go, a little bit with the cheese.
Now I notice you have a lot of the spices over there, the chili powder and things like that.
Yep.
Do you like to
That's
do
all
that
for the,
instead of this, or?
I like to do it homemade, yes.
Yep, yep.
I'm actually going to put a little bit of the chili powder in the salsa right before we eat it. Or right before I eat it, because I know you don't like it that spicy.
Not too spicy.
And a little bit more.
Old New Englander here, you know.
Old New Englander, of course.
So let me.
And I'm going to ask you to put that in the oven.
All right.
And
for 30 seconds.
yeah. Oh, I heard a ding.
Ding. There you go.
All right. Now, that could have used a couple more seconds in the oven, but you get the basic gist.
Yep,
It's a 7-layer dip. A little hot, but not too bad. Now, let's get this stuff out of the way.
Okay.
Now, this stuff can all be used for whatever. You can mix and match for this stuff.
Okay.
We have the salad. I see you have beef and chicken in there.
Yep.
And the cheese on top. You can use the tomatoes for the salsa. You can use the tomatoes for the layer dip. You can use the tomatoes for a beef burrito, a stuffed burrito, enchilada,
the whole ball of
quesadilla,
wax, huh?
everything.
Now, do you like your hot sauce over there, or what?
The hot sauce is good. Like I said, I'm going to, to be continued on the hot sauce.
Alrighty.
Because we'll have that. And a little zing, maybe a little
A
lemon.
little zing.
Yeah, lime
Alrighty.
juice.
So I'll tell you, this looks really good. We got a whole bunch of different things, and it didn't take but half an hour. We really didn't cut anything out except to wash our hands.
Yep.
And that was about it, right?
That was about it.
Good show.
Good show. I'm Mark Crandall.
And I'm Mark Crandall.
That's Cooking with the Crandall.
Hey.